get up here. Yep, pull myself up. Sorry about the camera angle, but I've got to lean forward to get a hold of something to pull us up here. Right. That's it. Finding a foothold. Grab a hold of the tree. That's it. Right. And gently up we go. I've put my camera right. Like I say, I do apologise about the camera angles, but it's because I've got to lean over to get a hold of things to safely manoeuvre up here. Like I say, I don't want me falling down in, hit my head off a rock and knock myself out. Right. People have been scrambling up there, getting a hold of this little skinny tree and going up there. But I can't do that. Not the way I am with a stroke. Being disabled. Right. Get up on here. Oh, right. Right. Fix my camera again for this last section of getting out of here. Right, so just along here, and then you get back on the stone track, Farmers Access Road. Gunfire again. That's all I heard since I parked up. Boom, you bugger. Right, so if you want to look where you go down that pathway, there's these bits of old fence posts with wires on. Look out for them when you come down the road from the crossroads, and then you know that's the way to go down. Because you can't get down where the fencing is. So there's the crossroads. That's where I've parked the car. I've just crossed straight over. You go past that rock, because you don't go down there because there's a big drop and it's slippy. You could hurt yourself. So you look out for those wooden fence posts. There's 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and then go down to the left there. Because you can't go down. Well, you can if you want to climb over the wooden fence and rip your nuts off with a barbed wire. Like I say, it's ridiculous after they've done that. Right, so I'm going to go along the end of the road here, about 400 yards, and then cross over the access bridge for the farmer to get over there to his farm, Routin. Right, so that's where I've just come along from, underneath that wooden fence over there, which says no entry. They don't want you climbing over there and going down there. But like I say, this is where you used to step over the burn here, the little babbling brook, and then just follow that pathway round the top, and then you can scramble down that steep path that I showed you further round. Right, let's go onwards and upwards towards the access bridge. Well, that's where that water's coming from, look. It's running underneath the road and it's going down there. Right, so the track drops downhill now and bends out to the left to go over the bridge, and the waterfall is just down here at the left. I can hear it from here. But Goat Crag is over there. That's that wooden marker post that's fallen over. That's telling you to go over there towards Goat Crag. And that's the direction that you walk past when you're coming over from the village of Ford. That's the walk that you can do from parking up at Ford and walk over here to come and see ROUTIN LINN. And you pass the moss. I forget what its name is now, but such and such moss. Not Kate Moss. But yeah, the waterfall is just down here. You see where people are scrambling down there to go to the wire fence. Because the water drops down into that pool area first at the bottom, where those stones go right across. So you just get a bit of a view there towards where the bridge is going across here. That's if you come for photographs. Right, so I'll just show you this pool area. Just there, look. It's unusual, this like rock formation as well, going as if it's like a natural, somebody's made a rock pool for the water to drop down in before it cascades over the waterfall. What's that saying? Warning, livestock grazing, all gates must be closed at all, and all dogs must be on a leader. Across the grate. So obviously people come here and all, climb over the fence here and go down to that rock pool there. But past all those trees in front of you, that's where the waterfall goes and drops over the top of ROUTIN LINN. A couple of wind turbines just over the ridge of the hill that you can't see them all, you can just see the blades going round. And that's Goat Crag over there, what they're talking about with that wooden marker post back there pointing. And you can see where people have been walking across the top round on this side. but it's all wire fence off right round, so you've got to find a gap in the fence if you want to go down that side, on the opposite side of the river, or the burn. Right, so what I'll do now is I'll go back and I'll cross over the little burn and walk around the top path and point my camera down that big steep bank that you can go down, just for to help others know that how you can get down there if all else fails. Got a nice couple of trickles here going over the rocks. So it comes along here underneath this bridge, drops down there into the rock pool area, then it goes past all those fallen trees and branches, then it drops over the top of the waterfall. Right, so back over this bit of a bank. Let's have a look at this pool again. So the water's just dropping down underneath the bridge there into this bit of a rock pool and making its way past all these bits of fallen trees across the burn, and then just trickling through till it meets the top of the waterfall. So that's why you see people are scrambling down there. Just go and have a look at the top of the waterfall, but it's completely blocked off with trees. Look, hard to get a good open view to it. Right, so back to the circular path that goes around the top. And I'll go and point my camera down that steep bank, and then that'll do. Just come back to the road and go back to the car and continue to my second location of the day, which is Stichel Waterfall. But yeah, completely mucked up today with not having my DigiPower battery plugged in for starters, because I normally have it plugged into my cigarette lighter with the two leads. Like one goes into my GoPro 8 to charge that up while I'm driving along, and the other one goes to me DigiPower battery for to fully charge that up, so I get 8 hours of charging when I set it up to do time lapses. So the first couple of times I came here to go and see ROUTIN LINN waterfall, I went down that path where the wooden fences across, because it was all like well trodden in then. There was no brambles overgrown that you didn't have to worry about falling over, grabbing them with your hand to stop yourself falling over. But it's totally overgrown now. But yeah, I came and filmed this when I just put the fence up. It was all brand new, very clean. Right, so you're just normally coming down the road, step over the brook, then just take this pathway around the top. Look, as you see, going there, over there where they've just planted those new trees in those green plastic tubings, stop the animals eating the trees. Now, why is it saying no unauthorised people? It's an open place, it's a waterfall for the public to come and view, so that they've got any right to do this. Should be stopped. Okay, so this is just a grass path all the way around. Let's go around the top over there. Yeah, that pheasant called out again.